Tonight, we are venturing into a world we rarely see, yet one that touches every corner of our lives. A world ruled not by claws or fangs, but by wings so small and delicate you can miss them even when they're inches from your skin. These are the architects of ancient diseases, the pollinators of hidden forests, and the silent navigators of every landscape on Earth. Welcome to the hidden universe of mosquitoes. In this cinematic journey, we will uncover 20 strange, little-known secrets about the most misunderstood insects on the planet. Follow closely. Some of these species you've never heard of. Some may live right outside your window. Number 1, Aedes aegypti, the urban shadow. Our journey begins in a humid Miami neighborhood as sunlight fades into a warm tropical night. Along the edge of a back porch, beneath a forgotten flower pot, a female Aedes aegypti waits patiently, still, silent, calculating. This species is a master of cities. It prefers the heat of urban life, the smell of human sweat, the stillness of tiny water containers. Bottle caps, plastic cups, old tires, these are its nurseries. Females bite. Males don't. Males spend their lives feeding on flower nectar, harmless and unnoticed. Females, however, are precise hunters drawn to the carbon dioxide we breathe. Aedes aegypti dislikes cold weather. Temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit slow its movements to a crawl. Its legacy? It is the primary carrier of yellow fever, Zika, and dengue, diseases that shaped entire centuries of human history. Number 2, Culex pipiens, the night singer. We move north to a quiet suburban neighborhood where porch lights flicker and families settle in for the night. When darkness falls, another mosquito awakens. The Culex pipiens, the common house mosquito, is a creature of the night. It hums through bedrooms, garages, and backyards with ghost-like precision. Cooler climates do not frighten it, in fact, it prefers them. You can find it across North America, Europe, and Asia. It lays its eggs in floating rafts, tiny boats carrying hundreds of larvae across still water. Its secret? It loves the scent of human feet. To this species, the odor is an irresistible chemical beacon. Culex pipiens is the primary transmitter of West Nile virus, carried silently across neighborhoods every summer night. Number 3, Anopheles gambii, the malaria architect. We now arrive in a marshland thick with humidity. The water glistens in the moonlight, calm and shallow, perfect conditions for one of the deadliest mosquitoes ever studied. The Anopheles gambii does not just live in nature, it studies it. This species waits until midnight to feed, timing its approach with the deepest phases of human sleep. Its body tilts upward at a sharp angle when it lands, like a tiny fighter jet preparing to take off. It thrives in warm tropical regions of Africa, despises dry air, and depends on shallow water pools. This mosquito is the chief vector of malaria, a disease older than civilizations. Yet in the silence of the marsh, it flies with deceptive innocence. Number 4, Aedes albopictus, the tiger on the wind. Sunrise paints the sky over a suburban street in Georgia. Leaves glitter with dew, and a bold daytime hunter takes flight, the Aedes albopictus, also called the tiger mosquito. Striped like a miniature jungle predator, this species is aggressive and fearless. Unlike many mosquitoes, it hunts under bright sunlight, undeterred by heat or glare. Aedes albopictus can survive colder winters than its cousin, Aedes aegypti. It can pause its eggs through freezing temperatures, waiting months for warmth to return. This species carries dengue, chikungunya, and Zika in regions where those viruses circulate. It spreads fast, across states, continents, and seasons. Number 5, Toxorynchites rutilis, the gentle giant. As we move deeper into the Florida wetlands, we encounter a creature that seems almost mythical. Larger than any mosquito around it, yet peaceful. Toxorynchites rutilis, the largest mosquito in North America, has a remarkable truth: it does not drink blood. Not even a drop. Adults sip nectar and fruit juices, never once seeking a host. But underwater? Their larvae are fierce predators, devouring other mosquito larvae with lightning speed. These gentle giants thrive in warm, shaded forests and dislike direct heat. Of all mosquitoes, these might be the closest thing to superheroes. Number 6. Saurophora ciliata, the galley-nipper. The air thickens with humidity as a storm approaches. Rain falls in heavy sheets, and when it stops, another creature awakens. The Saurophora ciliata, known as the galley-nipper, is enormous, relentless, and aggressive. Its bite? A sharp jolt, often compared to a pinprick or wasp sting. These mosquitoes thrive after heavy rains and hurricanes. They chase humans, sometimes following for surprising distances. Their larvae feed not just on mosquito larvae, but on tadpoles and small aquatic creatures. They prefer hot summers and hate cold fronts. Number 7. Wyomia smithii, the pitcher plant intruder. In the cool northeastern forests of the United States, carnivorous plants stand like silent guardians. Inside the pool of each pitcher plant lives a creature found nowhere else. The Wyomia smithii mosquito grows inside the carnivorous plant's trap, but survives the digestive enzymes that dissolve other insects. It is one of the few mosquitoes adapted to such a specialized microhabitat. These mosquitoes thrive in cooler climates and can hibernate, suspending life completely through winter. They are tiny, delicate, and perfectly engineered for one of nature's strangest homes. Number 8. Aedes sollicitans, the salt marsh nomad. Travel with me to the Atlantic coastline. Saltwater marshes spread out like silver mirrors under the sun. Here lives the Aedes sollicitans, a powerful flyer and skilled hunter. It prefers warm summers, salty wetlands, and humid air. It can travel miles inland in search of a meal. Aedes sollicitans is a known carrier of eastern equine encephalitis, a rare but severe virus. When high tides rise, these mosquitoes hatch in staggering numbers, like storms of wings sweeping across the shoreline. Number 9. Culex tursalis, the western carrier. As we move west across open farmland and dry plains, we enter the territory of Culex tursalis. This species thrives under warm days and cool nights. It breeds in irrigation ditches, ponds, and slow-moving water across the western United States. Culex tursalis is unique because it switches its feeding behavior. Early in the season, it bites birds. Later in the season, it bites mammals, including humans. This flexibility makes it an efficient carrier of western equine encephalitis and West Nile virus. Number 10. Mansonia titulans, the underwater breather. In a dense mangrove swamp, sunlight flickers through twisted roots. Beneath the water, anchored to aquatic plants, lies one of the strangest mosquito species on Earth. The Mansonia titulans does not come to the surface for air. Instead, it breathes through plant stems, tapping directly into oxygen channels like an underwater thief. These mosquitoes prefer the tropics and subtropics of Central and South America. Their bite is surprisingly painful, and they can transmit Venezuelan equine encephalitis in some regions. Number 11. Anopheles quadrimaculatus, America's malaria ghost. This is the mosquito once responsible for malaria in the United States. Before malaria was eliminated in the U.S., Anopheles quadrimaculatus haunted the wetlands of the southeast. It prefers warm, still water in shaded forest pools. It avoids extreme heat and dislikes rapid changes in weather. It remains a symbol of a dark chapter in American history, one where mosquitoes shaped settlement patterns, population movement, and public health. Number 12. Aedes vexans, the swarm bringer. After heavy rainfalls, especially in the Midwest, the Aedes vexans emerges in overwhelming numbers. These are floodwater mosquitoes, creatures whose eggs lie dormant in soil until rainfall awakens them. Their bite is fast, sharp, and surprisingly itchy. They dislike cold weather but thrive in warm, wet seasons. Though they can carry diseases in some regions, their biggest weapon is sheer numbers. A single flooded field can release millions. Number 13. Hulaceta melanura, the bird hunter. In the shadowy swamps of the Northeast, a mosquito quietly stalks its prey, not humans, but birds. Hulaceta melanura rarely bites mammals. Instead, it focuses on wild birds, making it the primary vector of eastern equine encephalitis. It prefers cool, shaded wetlands and avoids direct sunlight. Though it seldom seeks human blood, it plays a major role in the movement of deadly viruses through wildlife. Number 14. Urinotaenia sapphirina, the worm drinker. Among all mosquitoes, few are stranger than Urinotenia sapphirina. This tiny species feeds not on mammals, not on birds, but on worms and leeches. Its proboscis is adapted to piercing soft-bodied invertebrates living in muddy wetlands. It glitters like a sapphire under the light, making it one of the most beautiful mosquitoes in the world. Number 15, Coquilitidia perturbans, the plant parasite. Like Mansonia, this species also attaches to aquatic plants to breathe. It remains underwater for most of its life, unseen by predators. Coquilitidia perturbans prefers warm, swampy regions and becomes extremely active at dusk. Its bite is painful, and it can spread several viruses that affect both animals and humans. Number 16, Aedes triceriatus, the treehole architect. Deep within shaded forests, water gathers inside the hollows of trees. Here, the Aedes triceriatus makes its home. It prefers natural containers, tree holes, rotting stumps, fallen logs. This mosquito can transmit La Crosse encephalitis. Its larvae grow in the darkness beneath acorn caps and decaying wood, hidden worlds few people ever see. Number 17, Aedes japonicus, the cold survivor. This species arrived in the United States from East Asia and spread quickly through suburban neighborhoods. Aedes japonicus is remarkable for one reason: it thrives in cold climates. It breeds in stone fountains, buckets, bird baths, even in cooler autumn temperatures when other mosquitoes die off. Its brown, patterned body blends with dead leaves, making it difficult to spot. Number 18, Culex quinquefasciatus, the southern house mosquito. This species dominates warm parts of the southern United States. It prefers heat, humidity, and still water around homes. Culex quinquefasciatus is a major vector of West Nile virus and lymphatic filariasis in some parts of the world. It hunts at night, guided by the carbon dioxide we exhale. Number 19, Anopheles stephensi, the urban malaria mosquito. Common in parts of Asia and now spreading into Africa, Anopheles stephensi is unusual because it thrives inside cities rather than forests. It breeds in rooftop tanks, wells, drains, and household containers. Its ability to adapt to urban life makes it one of the most concerning malaria mosquitoes today. It prefers warm nights and avoids strong winds. Number 20, Aedes nodoscriptus, the pet biter. Our final species is a growing presence in parts of the U.S. originally from Australia. Aedes nodoscriptus has a strange habit. It often targets dogs and cats more than humans. It prefers suburban environments, shaded yards, and small containers of water. It can transmit dog heartworm and several viruses affecting pets. As we end our journey, the soft hum of mosquitoes rises once more. But now you know the truth, there is not one mosquito, but thousands of species, each with its own life, behavior, purpose, and place in nature. Some are hunters. Some are pollinators. Some are harmless giants. And some carry the weight of diseases older than humanity itself. The next time you hear that familiar buzz in the night, remember the world behind those wings. A world ancient. A world complex. A world alive with secrets. And that concludes our journey into the hidden world of mosquitoes, the tiny creatures shaping ecosystems, spreading mysteries, and surviving in ways most of us never imagined. If you enjoyed uncovering these strange truths and learning something new today, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone curious, and subscribe to Creature Insights for more deep dive explorations into the small but extraordinary lives around us. Your support helps us continue bringing these fascinating stories to light. Until next time, stay curious.